around Ocean Beach, San Francisco at the No Kings protest. All ages, these together. When we've done these protests in San Francisco, some speculating about me because for their right to whether it's capitulation, serve leaders that have also limited the of employees and inside of work. It's just all kinds of that see their San Francisco style is really great happy moment of reminding that we're together. But those of this nation have been found not perfect, but at least it's stated values. The values on the wall of the nation have been the people are what matters here, and that our voices matter. So it's opportunity to remind ourselves of that and to come together around and from sea to shining sea to remember that this nation, this land is we come together on in a way where we can listen to each other and our differences and come together in unity around what we share in common, which is that we believe that we are governed by a nation that sticks to the values of what are stated in our Constitution. So, yeah, no keys protest. This is, every time I've come, there's more people. You'll see some pictures, more, which is every time I've come. And once again, if you have any in your news feed that says that there was violence here today, I'm just here to show you that there was not. There was a lot of peace and happiness, clarity, and community together. Dogs drinking out of their water bowls, and little girls with their pacifiers in their mouths, just walking toward the waves. People getting to know each other's dogs and kids. People showing their signs. Surfboards. My goodness, it's I have loved coming to these No Kings protests, if nothing else, for the fact that you know that when you standing up for your own right to free speech and for the rights of you and your own family, that there's so many more people that you are standing against vote here in California in a few days. Prop 50, which will we in terms of how our voting goes and all sorts of and they're excited about California is that our governor has done just a job lately of really standing up to these fascist policies and procedures that are being rolled out and just actions. So yeah, Californian vote on 50. Not for us in California, but it's for the nation. There's a lot of little ways and big ways we can do the right thing right now. I think if you are in an employment situation and you're seeing somebody be bullied at work or you're seeing a manager be a tyrant, Those are really hard choices that affect your employment and your family. But even just showing solidarity, even if it's just in a private conversation or a simple body language that can let that person know that you're with them, can make all the difference, because in little and small ways, we're seeing people be told on a government level and in communities, right, and safe spaces and in workplaces that your voice doesn't matter and that being silent is the safest way, or just being nice. And so I really, in all the history where we've seen fascist regimes take over, and this is not obviously the only nation that's ever experienced anything like this, having been born in, or not been raised as a U.S. citizen in Venezuela, and then seeing it start to change from a model democracy it's grown into, where we have not had, over the last 25 or more years, seen Venezuelans have the ability to express themselves in a way that was heard by voting and having their votes be counted in an accurate way, or even having people who have not capitulated be given the right to flourish in society in the same way, which is why so many have immigrated here to this nation and other nations. And we are in a situation now with the US, which is a model democracy, is also under threat. And so that's why these protests matter. I think it's very encouraging that the Peace Prize was given to Maria Corina in Venezuela, to recognize the efforts of somebody who understood a grassroots movement, that the voice of people, individual people, matters for communities, for families, for a nation. And that's what I think of when I look around this crowd of, I don't even know, thousands of people are here. It's a lot of people. Yeah, thanks for you who know protests where I've been seeing some of your live streams from DC and California. We always have ours a little bit later. Get the just seeing yours first, but grateful to all my friends who are also standing up today in DC and other places. And if you ever get a chance to be in San Francisco and want to come visit Ocean Beach with me, it's a beautiful place and it's a gorgeous day. We have a lot of sunshine over here, and I think that it's a common thing for us here in California. We get a lot of fog here in San Francisco, but today it's just clear skies. This is the first up. We got the kids out, we got the dogs out, we got the families out. And it's just a beautiful day to remind us that we stand up for our rights and we stand up for our First Amendment right. We're actually standing up for the rights of all of these individual people and these children that will inherit the world that we fight for and stand up for today. So thanks for joining me. When we stand up and speak out, you never know how that courage over fear can be contagious. And we all have our reasons and different privileges as to why and how we can speak out. But I think the point of today is to say, one person in a community like this matters. And I'm just really happy to be able to be in the United States as a citizen during this moment, because I've been most of my life abroad, voting from overseas and mailing in ballots from Indonesia and a surfer. Well, and just being able to be here in California to be able to vote in person or Prop 50 at a time like this is so significant. We don't know where this goes, but I think showing how many of us are here today standing up for cute baby in a little backpack with mommy. So many of us are here today just standing up and saying, no more. And we don't know where it goes, but we do know that we will not let this happen without the peaceful right to protest, without expressing ourselves and holding leaders accountable. because there's enough to go around and there's so much abundance here. But this scarcity mentality, it doesn't benefit the majority of us. And we are only as good in a society as our ability to help everyone in our society flourish. And I don't know what history will say about this day, this moment in time. What I hope it says is that the resistance had a turning point. And that turning point was when people just said enough is enough and changes began to happen. And I think those only happen when you have people who just don't capitulate, don't give in. So for all of you who have not capitulated, who have not given in, and who are standing up for those who are being badly mistreated, not only in California, but in other places around the nation with ICE raids and not respecting people's rights that are here with us and treating people with dignity and respect. Today is, I hope, a day that will go down in history as a day among many days where people said, no more. So thank you to all of you who have joined in protests everywhere, whether you're exercising your right on behalf of yourself alone or you're thinking of others today, like many of us are. Just thank you, because it takes all of us. It takes individuals and groups. And so happy to be here in California and San Francisco today on Ocean Beach.